relevance to the question of whether or not they're there. If they were here, he could ask that question at this point.
Well, I guess it sounds like the question is, does Mr. Parcells have to testify about who he may recall as the individuals who reported the alleged use of the property as a lodging house?
I understood the question to be that I think Mr. Freeman is going to try and argue that he's being persecuted by the city, and I don't think that that's relevant to this particular inquiry. That's how I heard the question.
Well, what's the question, Mr. Freeman? I mean, what information are you looking here for Mr. Parcells?
I would like to know who the accusing parties were that brought the complaints, the alleged complaints to Mr. Fred in the first place. As I mentioned, there was one issue, only one, before Fred was brought on board as a
Your Honor, with all due respect, this is a formal proceedings. I'm addressing Mr. Freeman by his given last name, which he's requesting. I would request that he address Mr. Parcells as Mr. Parcells.
Fred's already given me permission.
Oh, okay. Let's do it. Let's do it that way, though. Whether he says it's okay or not, let's use people's last names addressing them.
When I address him directly, may I call him Fred, and then when I talk about it to you?
Call him Mr. Parcells.
Fair enough.
Mr. Freeman, I'm going to call you Mr. Freeman.
Fair enough. In a previous occasion, when I was actually here in court for another matter back in 2008, with the previous code enforcer, I was back in, we were having our hearing, and the code enforcer did not want to reveal who the person was that had made the allegation against my property, but Judge Burke did force him to reveal that information because, you know, in America you're supposed to have the right to at least know or face your accuser. And it turned out that the accuser in that case was a city employee, which seems to me to be a conflict of interest, that someone who's working for the city shouldn't be the ones who are bringing complaints to the city. So I would like to know who the people were that brought the complaint.
Okay. Mr. Mullins?
Yeah, I do have to respond to that, Your Honor. Just because an individual